What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be seeing if the parts are interchangeable between the expensive Otterbox and the clone case from AlCase. Let's check it out. So I've been using both these cases for a while. I kind of just swap around. As you can see, I kind of always have cases and I'm changing them all the time. And depending on what I'm doing, I'll pick a case that best fits that activity. One of the things that I had someone ask, which was a great question, is, are the parts interchangeable? Now, I've already tested the holsters and they fit, but I wouldn't recommend it. They don't snap in too well. I think the tolerances are a little bit different between the two, but everything else looks really, really similar. I'm going to swap out some parts and see what happens. But first, before we do that, I just want to show you the fits and how they go together. Normally when I have an Otterbox case, I find one of the flaps and I just pull it apart, open up the frame on the inside, pop it in, snap everything on the frame, grab your plastic, work your way around the edge, take a random screenshot because you're pressing all the buttons. Now, I know I didn't use the Otterbox just now, but the installation's pretty much exactly the same. The fit's really well. Plastic's nice, and the rubber on the back is nice and tight. All the buttons are clicky. Not going into a full review on this, so I'll link the video above. But if you've ever used one of these before, this will feel very familiar. And just for comparison, we'll do the same thing with the DefenderPRO. So I do the same exact thing. I grab a flap, pull the outside off. I do feel like the plastic on the inner frame in this one is a little bit nicer on the Defender. It goes on the exact same way. And you have the Otterbox case everyone knows and loves. These things are identifiable from a mile away. You can always tell when someone has an Otterbox case and they care about their phone and it working over the aesthetics. Well, I do think these look good, but clearly these are function over form. Now let's see if the parts swap. So these are the way the frames go. Let's try and swap them. And they do not fit. You can see that the tabs don't line up correctly. So that's not going to work. And just for the heck of it, let's try the other one to see if there's something I'm doing wrong here. Yeah, you can see there's a snap up top that's not here. So the tabs that snap it all together do not line up correctly. You will not be able to swap the inner frames. Now, what about the rubber outside? I wonder if those will swap. So let's take the DefenderPRO inside and the AlCase outside and see if they'll go on. And clearly is going on. The charging port tabs are a little tight. It has these extra little pieces of plastic on there, but I feel like if you trim those off, this would go right in. The tolerances are not the same around the edges over here. So, I mean, it fits, but it's not pretty. It's not something I would want to daily drive around. I guess if you wanted to clip these off, you could do it. But I noticed the rubber does not line up perfectly along the edges here. So you're not going to be able to use this very well. Let's try it the other way. So let's try the AlCase interior with the Otterbox exterior. This seems to have a better chance of potentially working. Once I'm sure I can get it on, we'll try it with the phone in there. So yeah, it does fit. It's not good looking, but it will probably work. Let's put the phone in there and try it out. So it goes on, it starts to go on pretty well, but you can see that the frame is not big enough, and that there's a little bit of extra play in the corners when you try and swap the exteriors here. And the rubbers don't want to fit into the appropriate places very well. But I mean, if you were in a jam and you did have both and you lost, didn't have all the parts to make a complete case, one way or the other, you could probably get it to work. The buttons click. You can access the ports, but it doesn't feel very good. And I keep having to redo this top here. You can see the tolerances are off. Not something I'd recommend. So would I do it? No. Could you? Maybe, if you don't care about things like this up top. So I know this was a random quick little video, but the question was asked and I was kind of curious myself. So thanks for interacting and dropping the comments below. If you're new to the channel, I'm always looking for ideas on new videos to do, so feel free to let me know in the comment section below something you'd like me to check out. If you have some kind of weird permutation or something you'd like me to try out, a case, an accessory, some kind of electronic, let me know. I'll do my best. I appreciate each and every one of you guys subscribing. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as quick as I can, so please smash that button. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If not, the thumbs down works as well. Peace.